So now let's build the profile tabs. First, we have to have a profile page in here. So let me make it. What I will do is make a page here simply in the pages folder called profile.tsx. Make it a functional component using RFC profile. So now if I go to localhost 3000 slash profile, okay, the P is capital in here, so make this as capital as well. We can see profile just like this. But if I am making it a small letter, we need to make this as small as well. So let me make it as a small profile page. Now let me go back and we will see this profile text in here. So in here, we will make this tabs like overview, repositories, projects, packages, stars, all the contents that we see in here, like all the contribution activity, the graph, pinned repos, all the repos like this. But first, let me create the profile tabs in here. So what we'll do is, let me make a div in here, in this div. So it will be named as div class name styles, but we need a styles module. So come to styles, make it in here, named as profile.module.scss. Let me import this in here. Import styles from @styles profile module.scss. So I can give this class name a styles.profile tabs. Save it. Now let me grab profile tabs in here and add the class name. Before that, let me add a few things in here, namely this list. So if I do a UL tag inside, if I make a list tag and if I put it as overview, they should be in here in our page. See, similarly, let me do it for others as well. Like we have 5, I have made 5 li tags. So repositories, then we have projects, then we have packages, then stars at the last. Save. Let me now check the output. We are getting these items. The only problem is they are not aligned properly. So display as flex to make them in a single. Okay, one sec. So in this UL tags, we need to give this a class name of styles.list, or I can make tab list. In this tab list that we will add it here, let me add it. In here we will give display as flex because that is a parent component. Now they are properly in a single row. Now add a gap, say 10 px among them. Maybe it is not 10, it is 15, so make it 15. We have overview, repositories, project, packages, and stars. We have all the items, but we also have the icons. And let me now give margin left, say 20 px on the profile tab. Then a little bit margin on the top also. So margin top 20 as well. Let's see what happens. Yes, they are here. Or you can use just margin as 20 px. Save. They will be same as before. Now we need to change the background of the entire page, of the profile page. So this div should have a class name of styles.profile main. Now let me copy profile main class, just put it in here. Let me nest these items in the profile main. Okay, not in an array. It is, so this should be a object. Yes. Now in here I can make background color as, let me try black for now. Height 100 vh. Save it. It is 100, and the margin will go in here. Okay, sorry, one sec. If I remove margin, what will happen? Yeah, margin will go in the tab list. Sorry, still this is having a problem. I think yes. So this will be not margin, it will be padding. So padding 20 px to shrink all the items inside like this. But it is not black. Okay, it is black. Fine. And one thing I want to show you is the entire page is not black. Only this tab list. So if I make this as what about 20? I think 10 is fine for this. Even if I remove this height of 10 px or vh, we will see the same thing that we were saying previously. So don't need that. Now we have these items. Let me come to profile, and we need to give each of them, each of the styles, each of the li list styles. So let me copy this, select all of these list and add them. Now styles.list, I mean list will go inside tab list. I can just do, okay, cursor as pointer, yes. Now the cursor will be changed to pointer on these items. Let me now go to React icons, search for these icons in here. Or if you remember that we made a file or a folder called constants, let me visit that file or folder, I mean. So this is the folder. We can just say profile tabs.tsx, or tsv also work because it's not a JSX, it's JavaScript, simple JS file, not JSX file. Export const tab list from this component. So we need this stuff. So if I copy, right bar options contents like option and icon, just put it inside this. Did we copy? Okay, we copied all the objects. So just add the objects in here. Save. We need all the icons, but the icons should be related to these items. So we know that we have to get these icons. So let me copy this, paste it at the top. So we need, first is this icon, book icon. So if I search book, we should get a book icon. So let's say which one to use, or open book. So if I search open book, okay, it is empty, don't have any icons for that. So which one to use for the first one called overview? This icon. So it is an open book. Let me choose this BS book from Bootstrap, I think. Import BS book from React icons BS. So we have overview. Rename this to overview. Just replace icon of BS book in here. Now we have some issues in here. Okay, I don't think it is for now. Okay, let me save this. But what is the issue in here? If I remove these items, maybe it will be fixed. So let me remove everything except this one. If I hover this BS book, remove these items, export const tab list. Maybe I have to have TSX, not just TS. Yes, we need a TSX. So if I revert the changes back, or just leave it, because either way we need to make a copy of these items. So copy them 5 times. Next we have repositories. So we have repositories. We can use this go repo from Go, add it in here, replace the name go repo, replace icon and the name as well, called repositories. Next one is project. So it's like a spreadsheet. So if I make a sheet in here, it is project. So if I make a grid in here, or what about project? Do we have projects in this right bar options? Yes, we have AI outline project. So grab these items, paste it, replace third one with AI outline project. This will go here. This will be named as projects. The next one is packages. So it's like a box. Do we have packages in here? In the right bar, we have code spaces. So it is similar. So we can use code sandbox in here. Rename this. Name this as packages. The next one is stars. So yes, we did have it in here, called AI outline star. So add it, rename this, save. Let me remove unused ones, like user and, okay, only user. Save. So we have 5 icons and 5 objects in this array. Import this in here. So I can say import profile, what is the name? List from constant profile tab. So we need to macro it, live with one list tag, just map through the array. So this map, let's say tab, we are going to return and JSX element. So it is single element, so we can just return the li tag in here. So now what will happen is inside the li we can do this. So tab dot option as name. Now the names will be in here just like we had it previously. We also need to add the icon, so I can do before this list. 1 second, if we are doing this, we should have a div also. So I will make a div in here to add it at the last. Now in here we can just do tab dot icon. What will happen then? Will we get the icons? Yes, we are getting the icons, but this needs to be arranged as well. So I can say styles dot tabs. Oh yes, I think the name is fine. Inside list I can do tabs display as flex. No, it will not work. Okay, the problem is the class name that we're having, this tabs, we are using it inside list, but list is this, so it will not work because nesting is not possible in here, because we have list and inside list we are using tabs, so it is basically not good or impossible to have. So make tab inside tab list. Now the level will be tab list, then tabs. Save it, it will work. Just make gap as 20, no 20, 10 px. 10 will be fine, correct? And also align items as center. Now they're aligned in center, fine. The gap this should have, like this should not be 15, make it 20 to spread, or even 25. What about 250? That's too much. 30, 30, 30, 30. What about 30? I think 30 looks also good, but just let me add margin left 20 px in here. Maybe not here, in the tabs. Yes, that looks good. Now this should be 20 as well because the gap is too much, or maybe even 10. Yeah, look, this looks great. What about if I make it 5? No. What about 8? No. 10 is fine in both places. So we have all the tabs like overview, repositories, projects, packages, starts, correct? When I click each one of them, we are seeing the background, I mean border of orange. So what we will do is, let me create a state in here. Const active tab, set active tab equals to use state. I can say just empty or make overview initially. What we need to do is, the name that we're having in this array of profile tabs like overview, the name should be same in here. So if I set active tabs as repositories, it means we have to match both of them using router in here. Like if I check this is empty route, if I click repositories, we're having question mark tab as repositories. So we have to get that option from our params and then match them and show this border of orange at the bottom. So what we need now is to have a few routes in here, or not routes. So what is happening when we click it? We are creating a query param on this address bar. Let me create a function in here called const change tabs. Change tabs we are having here. When I click each one of them, we will have a value that will be a string, correct? So in this div, make on click change tabs, and we have to pass tab option in here. Let me make this as an option, not the value, the name of the parameter. Now if I just do a console log of this option, then click any one of them, we should get some response in here. So click overview, the name of overview is here, click repositories, it is here. Now we have to add this in the query params. So what we need is to make this as a dynamic route. So I can say, okay, where is the cursor? So profile, after profile, we can press enter, like put it in and put it in array brackets and with 3 dots like this. Now if I do like this, tab equals to repos, just for example, we will see nothing. I mean, we will see nothing because it is still loading. I mean, it's loaded. Now what we need is to get this param from the address bar. So we need to import use router from next router, and in here we can just make a use effect hook. Okay, not a use effect hook, sorry. So make a instance of let, or make an instance of router, const router equals to use router. This will do. Now if I do clg of router, open the route, we have a query in here, dot query. In here we have the tab, so do dot tab, and we are having the values. So if I pass repositories in here, the value will be repositories. So I think what we need to do is make them or add one key property in here. So key will be overview in small, and we have to repeat them all over in here as well. Why don't we do it here? And don't forget starts. So this will be starts, this will be packages, this will be projects, this will be repositories, repositories. Now we have to compare. If the key is equal to this value, we will show this border of orange. Now. So if I just copy repositories text, put it here, the value will be repositories. Okay, sorry. What is the problems? It is not, is here, yes, enter. But the name still comes in capital. So if I go back, then change it. Okay, the thing is it was default. Fine. Now the only thing we need is to set this property on the address bar. So I found this function that says we have to use router.query.tab. So tab being the name of the query param, that in here we have this tab. If I change it to like ABC, this will be ABC. The option is the option that we are having. Then we have to push it in the router using router.push like this. Now in here we can just change the tab option to key. Sorry, not here. When we pass it in the param, so I can just say key. Now let me just delete the query params and click overview. It is overview. Click repositories. It is repositories. In the console on line number 8 in here. Now what we need is, I don't think we need the active tab in here, or do we need it? Let's see. So let me remove this state for now. What we need is to check if this property called router.query.tab, if it is equal to tab.key, in that case we have to show that as highlighted using this border bottom of orange. What we need is to just, okay, let me first add the class of the border bottom. So let me close profile tab.tsx. What we need is, so we have overview, I mean this UL tab list. If I make border bottom, let's check where should I add it, like in which border. What am I typing? Border bottom. So if I make 2px solid orange, where it will go? It will go in here. But we need on the single options. Basically what I mean in the tabs like this. And we need to give a padding bottom of say 20px. We can remove this padding or comment it out first. If I do, and then add padding bottom in here, we can say 20 px. This will be like this. Basically, it says it works, but in here it is commented this padding in here, and I can just do padding left 20 px, padding top 20 as well. What will happen if I do this? Save it. Okay, it's too much. I don't think we need padding on the top. So just make this as 20. I mean, make it as 10. This as well. And then this should be padding bottom, not padding. Now they are looking perfect. In that case, this should be 20 now. And they should be at 20 as well. Left and top. Remove this padding. Save it. So we are having all of these items in here with the, okay, we also have to add gap. So we have this options with border bottom, but we need to show them on the activated item only. Before that, let me have width as auto on these, or if I try 100 px, what will happen? It is too much. If I make it as fit content, no, what options do we have in here? We have max content. If I try this, I think we can do without this. One more thing I can do is have padding right as 10 px. Maybe 10 is too much. Try 5. Yes, 5 is fine. Now it's panning in a better way. But padding bottom, this should be not 20. Let me make it 15. Now this looks accurate. So we need to show them or show it only on active items. So we have to check. So this that we're having, this tabs, make another one called tab active, or maybe active tab. Let me have the padding bottom in here like this. If I use active tab in or on any of them, like replace it, I think we need to add these kind of items as well, like display flex and such. If I use active tab that we are using currently, we can see it like this. But we need to show them or show the active tab only on a single item. So we will check if this router.query.tab that we're having, if it is equal to tab.key, only then we have to show this active tab class. So if router.query.tab, if it is equal to tab.key, then show active tab class, else show this class, which is just tabs. Save. Now if I change repositories or change tabs, it is perfectly working. See, the only thing I need to change is the color of this. So if I come to colors and fonts, this one, okay, I think I don't have the internet, so I have to make it manually. What is the color? It is orange. We do have orange, but this orange is not proper. What about oranged? Yes, this is fine, but it is too, I can say, vibrant. So make this as a little bit lighter. What is this now? Still, we can change it to a lighter version. So what about this? I think it is also dark. We need light. So make it as this. And one more thing I want to do, make this as 3px, not 2px. To make it, what can I say? The word is to make this more vibrant, or not vibrant, more bold. Make it more bold, I mean. What about make it 4? What will happen if I make it 4? I think 4 is also fine. So it works perfectly. We have all the items in here. Overview, repositories, projects, packages, starts. That I can say our profile tab is complete, or profile tabs.